always get into math and science because your ancestors were into it. So
Foundation.
I bought Scientific America magazines for my children because I want them to get into math, science, and really understand things from a different perspective. They also all have their lakeys like me because you study the science of old, you study the science of now, and you see the connectiveness. So this is where we're lacking. We have scientists in the community, right? But none of them understand the connection to the culture. Then we have culturists in the community, right? But they don't really study the science. So there's a huge gap in the community, right? So people now, like myself, Brother Sanjetti, Brother Sar Imhotep, Ankh Banu, we are tasked with filling that gap. To bring these two, studies together so that our children will understand, oh, this isn't that different from this. In fact, they're saying the same thing, just in different times.
Another point I would like to bring is, speaking to that, our ancestors didn't have to be right about everything.
No, they didn't.
Why? Because they dealt with science. You know what I'm saying?
Science is not right about everything.
Science doesn't try to be right about everything.
Yeah.
Science seeks to know things and to know more about things. You know what I'm saying? Like the one answer thing ain't it. That's religious.
Right.
And I think the biggest thing that I try to get the people to understand is when your kids say, Mommy, Daddy, where did people come from? Right? You grab a Bible and say the book of Genesis. That's cool. But make sure you grab the Quran, right? Make sure you grab traditional African mythology, because we do have mythologies too. Make sure you grab Native American mythologies, Asian mythology, Nordic mythologies. You know what I'm saying? Grab all the mythologies, legend and folklore, and sit down and have a conversation about that. You know what I'm saying? And then say, okay, now, from a scientific perspective, let's see which myth is grasping certain aspects from a scientific perspective. And grab that. And that's how you teach your kids. What you'll find is all the myths will grab from certain grains of truth because they're just basically trying to understand their world, folklore. This is important. African mythology is important for African development. Absolutely. You can't get rid of that. You can't just go straight science because then you miss the cultural nuances. And what you're talking about. Right. And you miss the way your ancestors seen the world and the way they was trying to explain things. You know what I'm saying? They didn't have to be right, but they knew shit ain't just pop up.
Right.
They wasn't hitting you with the pop-up formula.
No.
You know what I'm saying? They was